Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you're just joining us, we're coming to you from the Harare Agricultural Show. And I must say it's an hive of activity. And behind me is the stand belonging to the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services. A lot of people came to this stand to witness the fabulous display which is being done by the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service. Talk about the weather. The weather is partly cloudy. It's sunny, and a lot of people have come to brace the menacing weather to have a look at the various products being offered by the different organizations who are showcasing their products here. So my name is Oscar Bambuka. Join us as we now have a tour of the Harare Agricultural Show.
Thank you very much for having made it to the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service Pavilion. My name is Assistant Principal Correctional Officer Kondowe Emmanuel.
And I'm Correctional Officer Grade 3 Mutsinganyama Omega, and we are pleased to have you here at our exhibition stand for Zimbabwe Agricultural Show 2024. Moving on with our theme, that is from bars to business, building new horizons.
Yes, my good sister Omega. I just want you to appreciate and understand that our show theme as an organization for the year 2024 is from bars to business, and as we are here on the invitation of our critical stakeholder, the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society, which is running under the theme cultivating prosperity, growing business, innovation for change, and nurturing our future.
And we are pleased to say that we have different workstations that are being exhibited here. Some of them we are exhibiting corrections, women behind bars. We are also exhibiting on rehabilitation, health, or open or correctional facilities. Also have infrastructure and development. Also have legal, and also have human capital and development. Also have agriculture, that is the backbone of the citizens of Zimbabwe.
Exactly, agriculture being the backbone of Zimbabwe. But to start with, on our introductory part, as you can see, the water feature that is before us, my good viewers, the water feature that you are seeing, in essence, water simply means life, and the green vegetation that you are seeing also symbolizes life. Basically saying there is life in prison. That's point number one. Point number two, the vast water body that you are seeing there just symbolizes the organization in its totality. The organization in its totality, and the jets of water that you are seeing flowing onto the water body simply means the number of stakeholders that are involved in making to it or in seeing to it that the process of incarceration, rehabilitation, and reintegration, which is in pursuance of our theme, is achieved. We've got a number of critical stakeholders, we've got faith-based organizations, we've got ourselves, the correctional service officers. Also, we've got the ZAS who have invited us to come and market ourselves, as well as the media who are covering us. Thank you very much for the effort in pursuance of rehabilitating our inmates.
As you know that our main vision is to be the leading service provider in the region and beyond, and basically we are showcasing especially on the issues of gender. As you can see that women are also well represented in ZPCs. That is evidenced by the trophy that we won as an organization on our company, that is Pakamani Women's Club, and you can see that women behind bars are doing a lot of projects, and they are partnering with non-civic organizations. Also, I want to say that they are rallying behind the mantra of Zimbabwe, that is the country is built brick by brick, and you can see that women in ZPC, as they are being showcasing what they do behind me, or on women empowerment. You can see the bags, you can also see what they are doing whilst in prison. You can also see on the photos what they provide whilst in prison. These inmates are making bags. You can see they are into poultry. You can see that they are into tailoring and also hairdressing. So we are saying that even if a woman, a female comes to prison, there is no need to fold hands and to cry for the society to come actually the women are being equipped with the skills and knowledge, cultivating prosperity for their own benefits. And when they go outside, they'll grow their business because everything has been provided to them. And you can see that the health, everyone born of a woman and a Zimbabwean citizen, it is a right to have a good health. And you can see that here and ZPCS stand, we also have a pavilion or a workstation that is catering for health, making sure that the health of correctional officers as well as the inmates and the society at large is well catered for, because we are saying that if the inmates' health is assessed, that's where we can say they will be doing their work, as well as the correctional officers will excel in doing their duties. So we are saying also, as you can see on infrastructure and development, we are saying that as an organization we are cultivating for prosperity, ensuring that the inmates have safe shelter while in prison. Also for correctional officers, they have safe shelter, and we can also say that we have workshops while on infrastructure and development where they are doing a great work.
Thank you very much, my good sister. Yes, also to start with, our first port of call, our first workstation is the legal section. Why the legal section being the first workstation of this pavilion? The reason is very simple. Our Commissioner General and his team of management has to be capacitated, has to be legally advised when conducting business, right? When conducting business, the legal provisions must be stood by as we execute our mandate of incarcerating, rehabilitating, and reintegrating offenders. Then the second port of call is the human capital management and development. Yes, this is the cubicle that sees to it that at least our officers are well equipped, right? The recruitment policy of the organization is pursued as well as the training policy. That's what we have on the human capital management and development workstation. And then the third workstation is our agricultural section, is what my sister has always alluded to. Yes, agriculture as Zimbabweans is our second nature. Yes, and as an organization, we are not spared because both inmates and officers need to be fed. And after that, if surplus is made, then it has to be provided to the national granary of the nation, that is the grain marketing board. She has talked about women empowerment, and we now go to the trust that mounts our organization, which is the rehabilitation trust. Yes, the long and short of the rehabilitation process that we have is that we have the 4 components of rehabilitation that are in their totality enough to safeguard the organization. Also to do that, we've got what we've called this year the corrections cubicle. The corrections cubicle is simply there to mind the business of the day. It's actually the day-to-day administration of the organization. Right, that's our corrections, where we talk about the transportation of inmates to and from courts, the housing of inmates within our correctional facilities, as well as their food and their health care. Right, that's the corrections part. Then we move on to the Green Revolution. The Green Revolution cubicle, that's where we talk about the waste management, what you call waste management. Yes, in pursuance of the short theme for the year, which says cultivating prosperity, growing business. We have seen that in waste management, there is growth in business. If it is better recycled, if it is better redone, that's where our inmates can sustain life upon reintegration back into the society. To add on to that, as we talk about the recycling of things, we've also taught our inmates as a rehabilitation trust the skill of art and craft. Right, we have seen a number of our musical groups doing it good. Yes, last year with the Chipinge Cultural Arts group, and this year we've got the Mutoko Arts group doing us good, also making us coming first in the total arts and culture category. Yes, there is no way we can talk of cultivating prosperity, there is no way we can talk of growing business, and there is no way we can talk of innovation for change if people are not healthy. You will realize that all our prisons have got primary health care centers, and we've got a number of hospitals within the stations to see to it that at least the health of both our officers and inmates are in safe hands. Not to be outdone is our construction department, which sees to the development of our infrastructure planning and its development, right? The development of our infrastructure and its planning, right? That's the construction unit there. And then there are a number of partnerships that we have. We also have a cubicle that has to do with the public-private partnerships. Yes, we've got a number of public-private partnerships, but our catch for the year is the tombstone making in Mashonaland East. Those are here for the year 2024. Last but not least, we've got a new kit on the block, which we call the commissary system. Right, what is this? This new kit on the block is actually the shopping online being done by the relatives of inmates on behalf of the inmates. So this is a system that was devised to see to that at least we improve the provisions of our inmates as they are incarcerated. Thank you very much for having made it to the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service stand. My name is Assistant Principal of Correctional Officer Kondo Emmanuel, and I think we're done, my sister.
We are saying that ZPCS is a community living in a community, so there is need for community engagement. It is not our work alone. Let's come and do the work together. Together we make a winning team. And also just to emphasize on what Assistant Principal Correctional Officer Emmanuel Kondowe has just said, we are saying that after we have successfully rehabilitated the inmate with the knowledge and skills, and after the inmates comes back to the society, may you please take the burden off our shoulders and accept these inmates back into the society, because if you do not accept them back into the society, of course they will just recommit the crimes. And we're saying that ZPCS or prisons is just a temporary home. It's not a permanent home. The permanent home is out there. Those homes they left when they were incarcerated. We are appealing once again back to you to accept these inmates back, and so that our efforts will not go in vain. From myself, Omega Mutsinkanyama, and Emmanuel Kondowe, we are out.